Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome to the show an extraordinary artist, singer, songwriter, performer, and beyond. She just released her smoking hot video, Hold On. She is also an actress, so she is a very busy woman, doing it all and doing it well. Please show some love for Shalon. How you be?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
This
no
is
problem.
wonderful.
Yeah. All right.
That's great.
So tell the world who you are. Who is Shalon?
Yeah. I'm Shalon. I'm just me, just little old me. I like to sing and write and act and just really kind of be free to the world, just to express myself and
Yeah.
find joy in everything that I do. And I think that's really what a lot of us lack
Mhm.
is finding joy in what we do.
Right.
And it seems like we're kind of just like robots, in this
Right.
life, and we shouldn't be because it's too short, way too short.
Yeah, it's too short, but it's also so many possibilities, man, when you unleash the creativity that you have, so the skies is the limit. So
Absolutely.
I
I
totally
truly.
agree with that. Yes, yes, indeed. So what attracted you to entertainment? How did the love for it develop overall, meaning the music, the acting, and all of that?
Funny story. I was running from it all my life.
Oh,
I was really born into it. My mom was a professional dancer and choreographer, and
okay.
she had me on stage all the time. And then she got me into modeling, and I was really running from it
Mhm.
because it was something that I was afraid to do. I had stage fright. I
Oh,
have
man.
major anxiety.
Oof.
So these things were really difficult for me. I really enjoyed being in my own mind, my
Mhm.
own space, and just
Mhm.
alone and not really dealing with the world.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so for me to become what I am, it took years and years of building
Wow.
to be
That's
what I am.
that's
Yeah.
amazing, man. That is ooh. All right. Speak a little bit about your music influences and what shaped your world when it came to creating it.
My music influences were everything. My parents listened to anything from classical music to R&B, but mostly blues.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We then, I was raised on a ranch, so we had the country music going.
Yeah.
Uh, so, I could say Janis Joplin, Otis
Mhm.
Redding, Fleetwood Mac, Jimi Hendrix, just an array of people, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was music in everything that I did. It was all music based, from working out in the fields, on the ranch. I was always singing. We had the radio on in the barn.
Oh
Everything
man.
was music all the time.
Yeah, that must
So
have been love, man. Definitely.
all the
Ooh,
time.
yeah, that's amazing. Um, Listening to some of your music, I hear all those different styles and genres that you just mentioned, kind of. Which one are you attracted to the most? What genre?
I'm attracted to blues the most. It's
Okay.
crazy. I haven't really been able to get into, or I haven't been able to do a real deep blues track yet. That's my goal. Everything right now is house music, R&B, and pop, and
Mhm.
all that, which I love. I do love that. But everyone that knew me growing up, when they found out that I was doing music, they assumed that it was blues because I
Oh
used to
wow.
sing it
Okay.
time growing. So
Yeah.
they just assumed that I just made a blues, went into the blues genre. And it was totally opposite, house
Mhm.
music. It was like,
Wow.
they were
Yeah.
like, what?
I know, man. I know that must have took them by surprise.
It
Wow.
did. It did take them by surprise. So
Man.
they're still waiting for me to make that, make some blues.
Okay. Well, hey, y'all hear it. It's coming. She's letting you know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song to perform that you've done?
Um, I was looking at that. I really enjoy performing a song. It's called Take Me by the Hand.
Okay.
And it's one of my house tracks. And I think I really enjoy it because it's not, it doesn't bring me into my sad mood.
Mm-hmm.
It's real uppity and kind
Yeah.
of, and
Yeah. Makes you feel
also,
good.
yeah, it does make me feel good. And I think it makes people kind of smile when I perform it. But I think the biggest part of me performing that song is I have this vision in my head that I've wanted to create a video for this song for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real comedic video. So every time I perform this song, I envision my video in my head that I haven't done yet. And I just I want to laugh when I'm singing it because it's so funny. Like the video is supposed to be so funny. And I think that's why I enjoy it the most because it makes me, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What is a creative process like for you? How do you, get the juices flowing when it comes to,
Music.
Yeah.
It's a couple different things. So when a producer sends me a track, I always ask them, please name the track.
Mm-hmm.
name it something that I can write to, because I don't know if you ever went to like in creative writing class. I don't know if, like, some teachers will be like, they write a subject or name or a sentence on the board and tell you to write about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's me. I need to have a title. If it's not my track, if I didn't create it from scratch, like poetry or a story, I need to have a name for the song so I can write. Because if they name the song, then I can kind of feel what they were thinking when they named the song.
And you can kind of write off of that. Yeah.
Right. And it's real quick. Like my writing is real fast. So if they send me a track, if I'm not sitting somewhere to listen to it, I don't listen to it till I have a pen and paper in hand, because as soon as I play the track, I have all these ideas in my head.
Yeah.
And if I don't write them down, I'm busy trying. Yeah, they're gone. And then what I do is I get stuck trying to remember them, and I can't move on. I can't move forward from that. And I'm like, it's really hard for me to move forward, because usually the first thing that I'm writing about is the thing that it should be about. Like, so it can be complicated for me. Yeah.
That's pretty deep, really. Man, that's like a serious creative process.
It is.
Man, that's
like, they send me tracks all the time and they're like, listen to the track, let me know what you think. And I'm like, okay, give me a few, because I can't just put it on in my car, because even though it would sound great, but I can't, because I can't write to it. Like, and once I play that track, I'm most likely gonna have to write to it. I have to write to it. Yeah.
Right away. Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, that's a great process to have. All right. During the COVID pandemic, many people have been doing a lot of great things, like to stay occupied. What do you feel you've done most musically of entertainment wise since this virus lockdown?
Lots of writing and rough draft recording, and getting in the studio when I can to finish a whole bunch of projects that I had on the board. The video, we were able to do the video during the COVID because everybody was home. I mean, nobody was doing anything. So I've been able to accomplish a lot because I'm not running around, things aren't coming in like they were. So I'm able to kind of like finish everything that's on my board.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the only advantage with this, is that, we're able to, do a lot of stuff and take care of things that we didn't before. So
exactly,
that's a plus right there. But I'm ready to get back out into the world.
I know, because I'm like, okay, this online thing is cool. It's cool. I mean, you don't have to drive anywhere, but it's also like, it kind of stunts us. In a way.
In a way.
Like, we're not out there interacting. We're not getting that feedback. We're not getting the same things that we would normally be getting as artists. And I think as
Right.
artists, we kind of depend on that, even though, you know, we're doing it out of our own love and light, but we definitely depend on that.
We do. Yeah, absolutely. You are so true. Um, I hear a lot of emotion in some of your music. Now, is that a reflection of personal experiences, or do you write from other perspectives, or both, or explain that a bit?
Yeah, 90% of my music is definitely personal experiences.
Oh,
I can write from another perspective, and I have some songs that are written from another perspective, but I can honestly say that 90% of my music is definitely personal experiences.
mhm.
And, you know, we can sit back and say, oh, they're so sad and they're so, you know, depressing and this and that, but they are. But a lot of
But it's
times
you, you know?
right, I'm grateful because
Mhm.
I literally have something to sing about and write about
Right.
that could also help someone else reflect on maybe what's going on in their life as well. Yeah,
Absolutely. You know,
yeah,
that's always the best and truest songwriters is when it's coming from experiences and the heart. Because, you know, to take somebody else's pain and write about it, that you still it don't come off the same way. You know when someone is really writing from true experiences and when they're not, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Name some of the artists that you've collaborated with in the past and explain your experiences with that.
Goodness. Okay. I'm going down the line. No, I've done a couple collaborations with a really great singer out of Australia named Rebecca Bergen,
Oh,
and
wow.
she's
Nice.
amazing. She's amazing. She's an amazing singer. She's really about love and light
Mhm.
and helping this world become, you know, so much better. So our collaborations have been great together.
Oh, wow. I would love to hear some when you get
Yeah.
ready to present it to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're already released. We have one of the collab songs is called Hot Lover,
Okay.
and the other song is called A Mango Tree.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, so those are already out, and Mango Tree is picked up by Purple Music Inc. out of Switzerland
Okay.
and Records, and Hot Lover is picked up by True House LA out of Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, those were great collaborations that we did, and we had fun doing them. And I mean, we never really met each other except online, and it
Oh,
was
wow.
cool. Yeah. I have
How
something
all the
more.
great experiences come though when you online, it always happens that way sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I collaborated with so many producers from South Africa and Italy and all around the world. It's I can't even name them all.
That's
I mean,
beautiful.
yeah,
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 that's the whole purpose in my show is to bring people from everywhere because
yeah.
independent artists are all over the world and they all got something to say, you know.
They do. Like and it's crazy because Rebecca and we did two house songs together, and then
Mhm.
I did the Hold On music video track, and that
Yeah,
artist,
that's hot.
his his name is Alvin Gray, and he's out of Baltimore.
Hmm.
And funny situation with him is that he's actually a film producer and director,
Oh my.
and we've been working together for years and years and years on film, you
Hmm.
know, in film. And when we met up one time, I think I was going to the studio for something, and he was there, and he asked if he could, how could he get on a track that could go international? And I was like, you rap, you sing? I didn't even know that. I mean, I just picture you as film.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I do. I just haven't released anything. So that's how we hit it off for that track.
That's
And
pretty cool. Yeah, the
yeah,
track is nice. It really
yeah,
is.
yeah. We
Yeah.
had fun doing that. Yeah. And who else? There's a guy named Blacksmith. He's a local artist as well. He has an album out, and I did A New Day with him,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
a pop song. Yeah, it's a pop song. So we did that, and I also did two other two one other song, no, two other songs with him. but just as a feature, just doing the hook on his songs.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they got released under his album, one of his albums.
Cool.
And yeah, so I mean, there's so many people that I've collaborated with. I could
Yeah, but
TV.
that's a good thing though. You
Yeah,
staying busy and you out there and you own a lot of platforms and that's what you want. You want
yeah,
to reach as
yeah,
many people as possible. And you
yeah.
doing it. You definitely doing it. Okay. Now talk about how you got into acting, how you got the acting bug, the Screen Actors Guild, some of the roles you've done, the whole nine.
Well, acting is kind of interesting. I never wanted to be an actress. Like, like I said, I was running from all of my creative um, abilities most of my
Okay.
life. And when I was in the Navy, when I got out of the Navy, I went ahead and did modeling because I was familiar with it. My mom had me in modeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a lot of modeling in San Diego and LA, and my agent was in LA.
Okay.
And she kept sending me on these casting calls, for modeling, but then she started adding acting
Oh,
casting calls.
okay. Oh,
And
wow.
I was like, I'm not an actress. don't send me on these calls. And she's like, no, you fit the criteria of these roles. And I'm like, but I'm not. And I ended up getting a role um, with the film called Gattaca with Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman and
Oh, wow.
was I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, I ended up getting a SAG role on
Wow.
that. I wasn't even union. I mean, I wasn't union. And that's actually how I became eligible for SAG.
Okay.
Um, and the money was so good.
Oh, I know. Extras
The
money
money,
is good if you in the SAG.
yeah,
Oh,
but the money, yes, that's what I
yeah,
said. I said, but the money was so good. And
yeah.
then I got booked on some IBM commercials and stuff like that. And oh, the money was so good.
Yeah. But
And
SAG
I was,
acting, when you get into that union, that's when the money, you get them big paychecks because being
right,
a regular extra, you don't get that. Trust
right,
me. But yeah,
exactly.
I know I can imagine that money was really good.
It was so good, and I was like, okay, I think I can. I think I can do this. I
Mhm.
think I can do this.
Oh yeah.
Then I moved to the East Coast, and it became a little bit more difficult for me
Okay.
because I was union, and in the DC area is not a lot going on. I mean, there is
Oh,
some stuff, but not a lot. So
mhm.
I ended up having to travel. I would travel like 2 or 3 times a week to New York, and
Ooh,
just to be in film. I would get booked all the time for
wow.
film over
That's pretty
there.
cool. Yeah. So how
And
was
then
that? Was that good though?
it was
Being in New
great,
York?
great,
Oof.
but it was so tiring because I still had my kids.
Mhm.
So I would be there and come and do a 14-15 hour film shift, drive all the way back home to put my kids on the bus, get them
Ooh,
all squared up, and then head back out for another
wow.
film next
Wow.
couple of days. And whenever I would finish, like if I were gone there 2 or 3 days out of that week, I would be done mentally and emotionally,
Oh yeah.
physically done. Like for next couple of days when I got home, it's hard, but
Oh
I
yeah. Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was
It's
great money.
grueling.
Yeah, it's grueling,
Yeah.
especially in the wintertime. I hated those roles.
Ooh. Yeah.
Outdoor roles in the wintertime. I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please don't
Freezing.
put me on any more
Yeah.
roles
And you gotta be out there. You know.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy. Yep. I've experienced it in Chicago like that, man.
oh my God.
Being an extra in the blistering cold and we gotta be out there.
Yes, yes. I remember one of the crew members saw me shivering so bad, he took his warmers out of his gloves and gave them to me.
Yeah.
He was like, you have them. I'm not supposed to give them to you, but you can't be out
But
here like this.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, it's
oh
that
my
bad.
God. It is that bad. People don't realize what people go through in acting. They don't realize
Mhm.
how hard it is. And it's funny because I was married at the time, and my husband just was like, "Oh, you're not done yet. You're not done yet. When are you gonna be done? When are you gonna be done?" I'm like, I can't tell you when I'm gonna be done.
It's hard when you're married. It's super
Right.
hard. Yeah.
So this is what I did. I said, you know what? You complain all the time. You don't complain about the money, but you complain about my time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna book you on a film.
Oh, wow.
So
And
I booked
let them
him.
see how it is.
I booked him and the kids on this independent film in Philadelphia.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was doing a role in it, and they were background.
Mhm.
Man, he was after that. He said, "Don't you ever, ever put me on another film again." He was like, "That was way too long."
Yeah. 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 And you're
But
doing scenes over and over and over and
over and
over.
over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. He after that he didn't ever ask me if I was done yet. Like
I know, right? Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I think that's funny though. But as far as films, I always like to highlight a lot of the independent films that I did because they're they're really good films and they don't get the credit that most of the
Yeah,
films.
most of the box office ones.
So
Yeah.
I did a film called Sweet Dreams out of Baltimore.
Okay.
And then one called Dead Money. I think he was out of Washington, D.C. I think that's where he's based, Dead Money.
Okay.
And then there's a series on Amazon called CEO that I was also in. Yeah. Dead Money's on Amazon as well. And then China White, these Robinson brothers, they're amazing film producers and directors. It's called China White, and then one called Preparations for a Murder. So Preparations for a Murder got actually picked up by Lionsgate at one point, but then they waited. They didn't ever finish. They didn't ever film it. They were going to recast it, and then they didn't ever. So, but it was good enough to be picked up by Lionsgate.
Yeah.
So,
Man, you got a lot of work under your belt. Y'all hear that, people? Check her out. Check out some of these films.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Explain how acting shaped you as a person and how you intertwined it with. Well, I think you pretty much said how you intertwined it, so I think they already knew that. But
it shaped me because it gave me a lot of the confidence to be in front of people and in front of the camera. I remember there was a point where when the red light came on, I would be like, am I supposed to do something now? Like kind of like, freeze, red light is mentally in your brain as a stop mode. And I would literally stop what I was doing. So it helped me a lot with opening up and, kind of just loosening up in life and being able to get goofy in front of somebody and not be judged on it. And just I think it really helped me. Yeah. To speak freely, to be another person, in character. You're not yourself. You're somebody else, but in the back of your mind, you're still yourself. And you're wondering, are they looking at me like I'm different? But I think it helped me mentally say, who cares? It's what I enjoy this. I worked hard to be here,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. That's a great attitude to have. Which part of the entertainment is your favorite, though, the music or the acting?
It was a battle at first between acting and music when I first started music, but I can honestly say music is 100% my favorite because I'm able to create and be myself 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have anyone telling me, do that over again this way, or, I don't want you to read that line like that. I want you to read it exactly how I wrote it, even though it sucked how you wrote it. But I mean, like, I can be me, and I don't have to look to anyone for any kind of, is it okay to be me? And I don't have to memorize 20, 30 pages.
Yeah, that right there too. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is the best advice that you have been given in this entertainment field, hands down? And what advice would you give others?
I think the best advice was kind of like what I was talking about. Don't let anyone stunt your growth.
Mm-hmm.
You're responsible for your own happiness,
Mm-hmm.
and no one else can be responsible for that. So
Absolutely.
if you allow someone else to put a clutch on that, tell you what you can and can't do, or what you should or shouldn't do in your life,
mm-hmm.
then you're never going to live your life the way you want to live your life.
Absolutely.
You're living your life the way
they want you to.
Live.
And it's not the real you, and that comes out.
Yeah, will always be miserable in a sense, because you're not. It's kind of like a child. You're still a child. You're not a child though at this point. You're not. So that's probably the best advice that I've been given is, live your own life. It's for you to live. Enjoy it.
That's beautiful advice. I mean, that's probably some of the realest advice that I've heard. It's just no sugarcoating, just cut and dry. Live your life, do you, and be you.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Tell everyone where they can find your music and the many platforms that you are on.
Well, you can find me easily at shalon.us, SHALON.US.
Okay.
But my music is on everything, Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, all those platforms. And it's under Shalon, SHALON. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for me on social media or YouTube, it's Shalon the Artist.
Okay. Yep.
So I try to keep it simple. And no misspellings. It's SHALON the Artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you hear that, everybody? Check her out. Definitely. She got a lot of hot material, and she is a busy woman. All right. For my last question, are there any inspirational words that you want to leave the world with before we end this interview?
Yes. I think that we all need to just show a little love.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're lacking in it everywhere. It's just, it's a lot of hate. And I think we just need to turn it around.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. You hear that, people? Yeah. Love. That's the word for today. Love.
Love.
All right. Well, everyone, this concludes my interview with amazing artist Shalon. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this interview, and it was great. I love it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the show next season, too.
Yay! I can't wait.
Okay, definitely. All right, take care of yourself, Shalon.
You too.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Brilliant artist, performer, singer, songwriter Shalon. Join us next week for more indie interviews. Check us out on all the platforms that you see and subscribe. I am Jamal Jupitur. And until next time. Wait 1 minute. It ain't quite over yet. I'd like to present to y'all the smoking hot new video from Shalon entitled Hold On.
Uyasibacabanga mina nawe vele kumikanda vele xeqile kuhamba ingqondo ihelikhodo lewengu singibama bonumendo ngibona kwenzekile.
She rockin', she rollin', she drink up, I'm pouring. This new the back ride. Yeah, I know how to act right. Shot on the phone, gotta get my act right. Gotta get my act right. Yeah. Can I have that, put you on the floor? Can I grab that, put you on the door? Raise my hand up just a little more. Can I take you on a trip, we on tour?